Ajayi set a school record with 280 total yards from scrimmage. He touched the ball 37 times and scored 3 touchdowns, standard operating procedure for Boise State's elite back.
Boise State has a strong legacy of producing elite running back talent, including recent Heisman contender Ashton Jeanty and NFL standout Doug Martin, who played 7 seasons in the NFL. Among these greats, Ajayi stands out as one of the most impressive to come from Boise State. Entering the NFL as a top prospect, he seemed destined for a long, successful career, yet his time in the league seemed to fade away after just a few seasons. So if we want to discover what happened to his NFL career, we need to journey back in time where it all began. Ajayi was born on June 15, 1993 in London, England to Nigerian parents. Growing up in this vibrant multicultural environment of London, Ajayi was surrounded by a supportive family rooted in strong Nigerian traditions and values. His parents instilled in him a hard work ethic and discipline, which would carry on over to his athletic career.
You know, family is really important. I think that that's helped me along my careers, my support system, the fact that my family, we can all rely on each other.
Ajayi was the second of 4 children and spent his early years in London, where he developed a passion for sports at a young age. Although he gravitated towards soccer like most kids in England would, his life would change once he would get exposed to one of the greatest sports to exist, American football. When Ajayi was just 7 years old, his family decided to relocate in the United States, seeking new opportunities for their children and a fresh start. The Ajayi family settled in Frisco, Texas, a suburb of Dallas known for its growing community and excellent schools. Coincidentally enough, this would be the same city that Ashton Jeanty would play high school football in as well. This move marked a significant transition for Ajayi, who had to adjust to American culture in a new way of life. It was in Texas that he would be introduced to American football, a sport that would later become his passion and the foundation of his career. And though initially unfamiliar with the sport of football, he found himself drawn to the sport's physicality, intensity, and strategic elements. And his natural athleticism would transfer over to the football field immediately. This made him a standout high school athlete at Frisco Liberty High School, where he excelled as a running back, setting the stage for a promising athletic career. As a senior at Frisco Liberty, he dominated on the football field, rushing for an impressive 2,240 yards and scoring 35 touchdowns. He would be recognized as a 3-star recruit by Rivals.com and was ranked as the 41st best running back prospect in his class. After receiving multiple Division I offers, he decided to commit to Boise State. As a redshirt freshman in 2012, Ajayi appeared in 11 games. His second career game against New Mexico State would foreshadow his successful career at Boise State, when he recorded 118 yards and a touchdown on only 6 carries. By his sophomore year in 2013, Ajayi had become a key figure in the Boise State offense, starting 12 of 13 games. He rushed for over 100 yards in 6 games with a standout performance against Nevada with 222 yards and 3 touchdowns on just 24 carries. He would rush for over 1,400 yards on 249 carries and 18 touchdowns in his sophomore season. Ajayi would transfer this momentum into his junior year in 2014, which marked the pinnacle of his college career. He became the first Boise State player to rush for over 100 yards in just 10 games in a single season, including 2 200-yard performances against Colorado State and Utah State. Ajayi capped off his season with a 134-yard, 3-touchdown performance in Boise State's 38-30 Fiesta Bowl victory over the Arizona Wildcats. Ajayi would finish the season with a school record of 1,823 rushing yards, ranked 5th nationally, and 28 rushing touchdowns, second only to Wisconsin's Melvin Gordon. He accounted for over 40% of Boise State's yards and touchdowns that year, cementing his status as a top running back prospect for the 2015 NFL Draft. His efforts earned him first-team All-Mountain West Conference honors for the 2nd consecutive year and third-team All-American honors for the Associated Press. And on December 21st, 2014, Ajayi would decide to forego his senior season to enter the NFL Draft.
Just seeing how kind of the running backs also in the NFL, where their value is, and seeing where my value is right now, I didn't feel like it could have been any higher after the season.
So he would finish his college career with 678 carries, 3,796 rushing yards, and 50 rushing touchdowns. And Ajayi would also become the only player in Boise State history to record 3 games with over 200 rushing yards.
I will be foregoing my final year of eligibility entering the 2015 NFL Draft.
It's safe to say that the 2015 draft class for the running backs was stacked this year. Ajayi was getting drafted alongside Todd Gurley, who was taken in the first round along with Melvin Gordon, TJ Yeldon, and Amir Abdullah. So after getting picked up by the Miami Dolphins in the 5th round, it was up to Ajayi to prove how this kid from London could actually succeed in the NFL. His success in college didn't translate immediately into his rookie season, where he would just play sparingly, but he did show potential. It wasn't until his breakout year in 2016 when he emerged as one of the most dominant running backs in the league. There were definitely some notable performances this year. In a Week 6 game versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, Ajayi would record 204 yards and 2 touchdowns, and would follow this up with an amazing performance against the Buffalo Bills in Week 7, becoming only the 4th player in NFL history, along O.J. Simpson, Earl Campbell, and former Miami Dolphin Ricky Williams, to rush for over 200 yards in 2 consecutive games. And his dominance in the 2016 season does not stop there. In Week 16, Ajayi became one of only 15 players in NFL history to record 3 games with over 200 rushing yards. His standout performance earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week 3 times that season. Although he struggled in the playoffs, rushing for only 33 yards on 16 carries in a wild card loss to the Steelers, his strong season earned him a spot on the AFC Pro Bowl roster and a ranking of the 69th best player on the NFL Top 100 Players list of 2017. But this is when things would start to get tricky for Ajayi. One of the reasons he got drafted so late was because of his history with injuries, which would soon become apparent in his 2017 season. Because of these struggling knee issues, his performance started to falter, which would ultimately lead to him getting traded later that year. So despite a strong performance, the Dolphins traded Ajayi to the Philadelphia Eagles midway through the 2017 season, and he made an immediate impact at Philadelphia. He even helped them win a Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. Ajayi's physical downhill running style fit well with the Eagles, and he played a crucial role in their playoff success. But in 2018, his injuries would get even worse when he tore his ACL, taking him out of the season permanently. This injury, combined with his pre-existing knee condition, impacted his ability to secure a long-term spot on an NFL roster. And although he attempted to make a brief comeback, he struggled to regain the same speed and strength he once had. This would ultimately lead to his release in 2019. So by 2020, Ajayi had transitioned out of the NFL and pursued opportunities in esports gaming, joining a competitive FIFA gaming team. FIFA, not Madden. Interesting. But it wasn't until 2022 where Ajayi officially announced his retirement from the NFL. So although his career ended sooner than many had hoped, Ajayi has found a new path in music production. He shared that he's always been creative at heart, with a deep love for making music. Now that his playing days are behind him, Ajayi can dedicate himself fully to his passion for music. Given his track record of excellence on the football field, there's no doubt he'll continue achieving great things in this new chapter. And although his career has unfortunately come to an end, I think there's one player that can take his place.